Welcome back to The Grind. In this video, we are going to talk about Morta, the Wave 2 Week 6 Legendary Sorcerer Dragon. Now, this dragon looks pretty cool. So let's talk about the spell details. And this is more of a preview. There are some details that are not shown in this, but once it's released, we have full details. I will be updating a video on that, and hopefully the creators faction will be able to test fly Morta. Still waiting to hear officially and receive Morta for testing if possible. So let's talk about the spells. First, Death's Head is a 2-spell cycling spell. The first one costs 0 rage, and it fires a projectile that chooses a tower and deals 50% of the dragon's modified HP as damage and restores 1 rage on cast. It deals 10% of its HP in damage to nearby towers. So it does a lot of damage to one tower, likely will one-shot most within its tier, and then deal a small amount of splash damage around it. And it's free to use and gives you 1 rage, which is great because that means if you have been rage drained, you can use this one still, and it will give you 1 rage to allow you to use the other spell, which is set free, which also fires a projectile at an automatically chosen tower, but it only deals 10% of the dragon's modified HP as damage. It also heals the dragon for 30% HP on cast, and it restores 1 rage. And then it deals 30% HP as damage to towers nearby the target. So that's pretty cool. This net positive spell. So you have 0 rage, you can cast the first one, it gives you 1 rage, which means you can cast the second one and also get 1 rage back for that. So you end up, after using both of these spells, still with 1 rage. You've healed 30%, and you've done you've destroyed 1 tower, and then you've done a little bit of damage to one and some more splash damage to the others. And then you have that 1 rage back that you can use Wing Gust, which stuns all midair projectiles and towers very briefly, which is a very nice defensive spell for something like the Howitzer if you're in range, but it does stop super shots from like flax and stuff if you cast it at just the right time. The other spell, main spell that it seems that will be a primary source of damage is Butterfly Effect, which is a white 3 rage spell. So it is a lot of rage, but the other spells are not that rage heavy, and you have ways to restore rage with the spell, the cycling spell Death's Head. Now, what I should point out is Death's Head does not talk about cooldowns, and I guarantee there are going to be cooldowns on that, because if there's no cooldown, you can continually spam that and you would be destroying towers constantly and gaining rage back to full. So there must be a cooldown at least on the second cast, hopefully not on the first cast. But then Butterfly Effect summons lightning bolts, and every half second it deals damage, it looks like, and it lasts 5 seconds. And it doesn't mention a cooldown, but it is a very high rage cost. But hopefully, since the other spells are not that rage heavy, this won't be as significant of a problem. But this is probably a higher damage spell that will be more used on the main island. So you might be able to use it once on each island, or once primarily on the main like long attack island, and then maybe again on farms and mills, depending on the setup. It'll really take testing and seeing what this actually looks like in game and with defenders, because there really isn't any defensive spells long term other than Wing Gust, and you could continue to spam Wing Gust, but then you'd burn your rage fairly quickly. So it'll be interesting to see what the play style will be like, if it's worthwhile using Butterfly Effect, if you can do enough damage to towers without it, and if you can survive well enough with just 1 or 2 uses of Wing Gust. But then also you can see Dark Flak resist there. You don't really have a choice of which towers you deal damage to, so you can't really prioritize all the other towers. But this is nice, since Dark Flaks do a lot of damage. You will take a bit less damage from the Dark Flaks on a base. So I'm looking forward to test flying this dragon. Hopefully we are able to do that, and then I will release some videos to give a bit more of an opinion on which dragons you should go for. on paper, this dragon looks kind of fun and interesting. Of course, it's a beautiful designed dragon, but I'm not sure that this dragon leaves a lot of opportunity for skill and timing other than the wing gust. And again, you can't use it too many times or you'll run out of rage. But let me know what you guys think about this dragon initially in the comments below. And then when I'm able to, if we get the chance, I'll release some videos to give us a better idea of what to expect from Morta. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.